Want to be the first to know about the most exciting new indie tarot and oracle decks coming out this month? I'm Elowyn, and in this episode of my new releases series, we'll explore stunning new indie decks and check out a few upcoming crowdfunded projects that may make your wish list or help you decide to pass on them. Plus, I'll share an exciting opportunity for anyone who's ever dreamed of creating and funding their own card deck. So, grab your glasses if you need them, get comfortable, and stay tuned to find some new favorites to add to your collection. Before we start window shopping, you'll find links to everything we'll cover today in the description. Let's get started. Available for pre-order is Coastal Curiosities Naturalist Edition by Lennox Rees. The estimated shipping date of this deck is September 2025. So here you can see the front of the box of the Naturalist Edition. More browns on this box. And we have some side details. It is a 2-piece hard box with room for your fingers to get in because the top is offset. And here we have an example card, Adapt. Now over on the right, it says that to see a walkthrough of the deck, click here. So you'll be able to see a walkthrough of the deck. And for this version, you'll find newly selected patterns in various beige tones. The colorful shapes are now removed, however, the collage artwork remains the same. Each keyword is backed by a lightly colored box, and lastly, there's an updated card back. So in this deck, there are 54 cards. It's on 330 GSM German black core paper, so very nice cardstock. It has matte UV coating with a linen finish and matte color edges. So great cardstock there, and this is the same cardstock and finish as the Folkloric Forest Tarot. It does not match the previous editions of Coastal Curiosities, so I have an older edition of Coastal Curiosities, so I guess this cardstock will be different. For the guidebook, you'll find an updated guidebook featuring a new cover and interior page design that visually plays with the Field Notes theme. The writing has been freshly edited and slightly reworked with the same ideas and points as previous editions. Each keyword now has a dictionary-style definition included per card entry, and that guidebook will be 144 pages. So here you can see the beautiful card backs. And it does note that for the box, there will be interior printing and spot UV coating, as well as satin matte lamination. This deck is filled with cozy worlds of unusual keepsakes inspired by the rainy woodland coast of the Pacific Northwest. And here we can see a difference between the Naturalist Edition on the left and the Standard Edition on the right. And a look at the guidebook and inside of the guidebook. Very cool. So that's a look at the Coastal Curiosities Naturalist Edition. Available for pre-order is Little Bird Tarot and Field Guide 2nd Edition. So let's check this out. Here we have a look at the box. Looks like a hard box. And a look at the field guide or guidebook. It is in color. We have keywords. And I think it's a 2-page write-up for each entry. Yeah, it looks like that. Very nice. And back of the box. And here it looks like that's the inside of the box. I like that pattern at the bottom. And it's a magnetic flip open box. Looks like a linen finish to me. Yep, there's that flip open side of the box. And then here we have the 6 of Cups, the Chariot, oh that's cool, the Fool, and at the box again. So let's look at some details. It says, please note, the image of the box included in this listing is of the draft. Slight changes to the text and overlay will occur on the final copy you receive. For more information, please visit my walkthrough, and so they have a YouTube channel where you can see a walkthrough of the deck. Now, what's included is 78 tarot cards, a 168-page full color-filled guide-inspired guidebook, custom-designed magnetic closed box with a ribbon for easy access, we love that, and premium casino quality cardstock with a black core and linen finish for smooth shuffling. So that sounds lovely. So for second edition enhancements, they list the enhancements. There is updated artwork and design, and it breaks down visually each change. And it also will have an enhanced guidebook, which will include newly updated and expanded journal prompts and rituals, color-coded suit pages for intuitive navigation, and a field guide format with rich Audubon-inspired content. So pre-orders are open until Saturday, September 6th. So that's a look at Little Bird Tarot and Field Guide 2nd Edition. Available for pre-order is the Magdalene altar cards. Now, one of the creators of this deck is Danielle Noel, and you may recognize their name from the Moonchild Tarot and other decks. They've also gotten together with another creator to create this deck. 77 Keys of Living Gnosis plus Rose Alchemy. And over on the left, you can see the box, and it is a arch-shaped box. Enter the sanctuary of your soul with this exquisitely crafted 77 card altar deck devoted to Mary Magdalene and the mysteries of the Rose lineage. And here we can see some of that artwork. It says adorned with luminous gold detailing on both sides. So it looks like we have an image on one side, and then you reverse it and the message is right there on the back. At least that's what I think I'm seeing here. Encoded with Sophianic wisdom, it is a guide for self-initiation, embodied awakening, and deepened communion with the Mariam of Magdala. Each card is a sacred mirror revealing soul truth through reflection, ritual, and living teachings. Woven together, they open a doorway to a mystical sevenfold path of alchemical transformation, guiding you to walk the way of love and embody your divine humanity. So 77 full color cards, double-sided, with Magdalene messages, keywords, plus ritual gestures, a journaling inquiry, double-sided golden foil accents, gold gilded edges, and it says living grail codes. So the guidebook will be 250 pages. It will also be arched and full color. Faces of Magdalene messages, soul path initiations, sacred heart virtues and teachings, embodied rituals, and card spreads. There will be 2 limited edition fine art print downloads, a Magdalene portrait, and Mariam of Magdala blessing. It will also come with a triptych shrine frame for the cards and the arched box that we saw. These altar cards are designed for daily ritual, personal prayer, and spiritual activation. And here you can see the creators down on the left, both of them together. Now it mentioned a triptych frame for the cards, so I believe that's what we are seeing here on the left, and then again up here. So I think you can place the card within it as a frame. That's cool. And then it looks like the art prints, the digital downloads, I think that's what we're seeing in the frames here. Of course, it would be a download, so it wouldn't come with the frames, but you could print and frame them. So that's a look at the Magdalene altar cards. Now, normally I only include pre-orders and Kickstarters, but this one crept up and I don't think there was a pre-order, so I do want to mention it. This is New Earth Magic Tarot Color Edition by Daniel Martin Diaz. So here we have a beautiful color edition of the Earth Magic Tarot, and very beautifully colored, as you can see here with those backs and So here is the box and some more of the cards colored in. And more of the cards here. I love to see the detail. And the box. And in case you're not familiar with this deck, there will be 80 high quality linen cards sized 5x3. And the 2 additional cards are artist divination cards. So very beautiful. That's a look at the New Earth Magick Tarot Color Edition. Ending on August 19th is Tarot of Colors, a healing journey through the power of hue. Now we have a video, so let's check it out. The Fool, and beautiful rainbow edging on those cards. And I love these colors. Bright, yet the style of painting feels soothing and dreamy. Ooh. They have some skills here. This is a pretty cool video. I like this technique. Wow. Yeah, check out that High Priestess. Very beautiful. I love that Fool. So this campaign has already met its funding goal, so it will go. Now we have a stretch goal that has already been met, so all physical backers will receive a button badge. And then there's an additional stretch goal coming up of 2 free campaign postcards. That hasn't been met yet, but they are working on it. So we have a really sweet story here behind this deck. And the creator writes, "In a quiet moment at home, as I sat with my daughter, watching her immerse herself in painting, something extraordinary happened. She spoke aloud, sharing the joy and emotion she felt as each brush stroke added life to the canvas. It was then that she told me the story of how, after a fight with her best friend at school, she felt overwhelmed with sadness. But as she walked home and saw the golden sunlight bathing a tree near our house, everything changed. She went home, picked up her brush, and painted the emotions she was experiencing. As she layered green after green onto her canvas, her sorrow began to fade. In its place emerged a sense of joy and newfound strength. It was in that moment, sitting together with my daughter, that I realized how color could truly heal and transform. While I've always understood the joy and energy that art can bring, it was this revelation, the power of color itself, that I hadn't fully appreciated until then. Then my daughter joined me on a creative journey, channeling this newfound understanding into the creation of a tarot deck, where each card embodies the transformative power of color, combined with the timeless wisdom of the tarot. This collaborative work with my daughter has been a beautiful personal experience, one I am so excited to share with the world. Each card has been carefully designed to embody both traditional meanings of the tarot and the emotional resonance of a particular color. And here's another image of those beautiful cards. I really love these color choices here. They are quite beautiful. Now here we can see the major arcana, but below it we see some of the minors and the core cards from the swords suit. And it looks like for that suit we have tones of blues and grays. And some more look at these beautiful cards. I love that spacey looking High Priestess. It's like, where is she? What is happening? Same with Magician. These are worlds that are quite different from ours. It's like somewhere in the mind, which makes sense with the healing journey. Very beautiful. This deck is a tool to help you navigate your emotions using color to balance and elevate your state of mind. And then here she talks a bit about the process and how it was done. And I believe actually that her daughter, yes, there we go. Her daughter did paint some of this. which is absolutely amazing. Oh, look at that world card, the bright greens and dark greens with that pink. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a watermelon. I really like it. It's beautiful. And the colors in that Wheel of Fortune. Okay, new printing technique, and there are those really cool edges. So, multicolor gilded edges. A rainbow of metallic colors along the edges. That is pretty cool. And then we have glow-in-the-dark effects. Each card will feature subtle glowing details which will come to life in low light, revealing the card's imagery in a completely new and enchanting way. This effect is designed to enhance the mystical experience of working with the deck, allowing you to connect with the cards even in dim lighting. Whether you're doing a nighttime reading or simply admiring the artwork in a dark room, these glowing elements will add an entirely new layer of magic to your tarot journey. And I think that's great that they've thought of that, because I personally love to read by candlelight. I love the relaxing feeling and the dimmer light. So this is very nice. So we can see some more of these cards here. The Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant. Deck specifications. So these will be a standard tarot size, 2.75 by 4.75 inches. They will have the number and card name on there, of course. Well, I guess not, of course. Some decks don't give you a number or name. And for cardstock, it will have a black core or double-coated 400-gram paper, also known as color butterfly paper. So it looks like it will be one of the two, either or, black core paper, which I love, or double-coated 400 GSM paper, so that would be a thicker paper. Now here we can see the card backs, and I think those are beautiful. I love that design and those colors. And here we have a look at the deck box. So it looks like a hard box, 2 pieces, lift-off lid. Hopefully we have an offset for your fingers to be able to get in there for it to easily open. I have a tarot deck where I struggle, so I just put them in a bag because I can't do that every time. Okay, so card symbolism. So it's going to give you a guide with color symbolism, it looks like. Now here it says they are offering an exclusive eco-friendly tote bag. I wonder if this is an add-on or included. Let's check over here. And yes, it does look like you would pay extra for that. So you'd buy the deck and the bag together. So very beautiful. That's a look at Tarot of Colors. Ending on August 20th is Steamboat Arcana 1928 Tarot with Expansion Pack. And this campaign has already funded, so it will go. And we have a video, so let's check this out. So a look at the box. Magnetic flip open with a design on the inside. Look at the guidebook, black and white pictures, full page on one side. Looks like we have keywords, and I think I saw reversed in there as well. And then here is some of the artwork. Now this video will flip through every card, so I'm not going to do that in case you want surprises, but just to look at a few. Very fun. And this is in the public domain, so they've worked off of that. And let's do 1 or 2 more. Look at that death card. Temperance. 1 or 2 more. Tower. Oh. The star. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we will stop it there. Hard to stop. Oh, but before we go, check out, you can see the backs of the cards there over on the right. On January 1st, 2024, Mickey Mouse, as seen in Steamboat Willie and the Gallopin' Gaucho, entered the public domain, sparking the creation of Steamboat Arcana 1928 and Gaucho's Arcana 1928, two tarot decks that reimagined classic silent era cartoons through the lens of tarot. Now, these decks are returning in limited quantities with expansion cards. And it says that production is already complete and fulfillment will begin 2 weeks after the campaign ends, so no long waits. And that's nice. I know I have waited for many decks patiently before. So here we have a look at the boxes. If you haven't seen these decks before, we have the Steamboat Arcana on the left and Gauchos on the right. We did see some of that box in the video, the magnetic flip open. I don't believe we saw the Arcana. Another look at the box and some of the cards, beautiful colors. And it looks like we have a bag. And then here's Gauchos. And a bag as well. Check out that magician. It says, when we first designed the original decks, Horace Horsecollar and Clarabelle Cow were featured in the major arcana. However, since they weren't yet in public domain, we removed them before printing. Now, as of January 2025, these beloved characters who made their debut in 1929 are finally public domain, and we're keeping our promise to fans and backers by offering a Steamboat Arcana 1928 standard expansion pack. The expansion pack includes Horace Horsecollar and Clarabelle Cow tarot cards, matching size, cardstock, finish, and style as the 1928 decks, and that's going to be a limited print run of expansion packs. Now over here, it has an expansion pack mailing list, and this is if you were an original backer of the Steamboat Arcana. So you sign up here to receive the expansion pack for these standard size decks at no cost, just $9 for shipping and handling, US orders only, during the BackerKit survey. And it looks like that's pledging $1 and then $9 for shipping according to this. So here is a look at the expansion pack. We can see some of these cards. Very fun. I don't know too much about Steamboat, so I can't speak, or Gaucho, but this artwork is fun. I enjoy it. It seems very joyful and playful, which I like. Of course, I know about Mickey. So let's see how to get, okay, so it's telling you what I just basically read you, how to get the expansion pack. And that pack will ship separately from the main order, likely around January 2026. So here it tells you about how to get the expansion pack, which is different if you are a new standard deck backer or a returning one. And we read a little bit about the returning process. Now for the decks themselves, the Steamboat Arcana 1928 standard deck specs are, it will come with 84 cards, so the full 78 card tarot set plus 6 bonus cards. It will be printed on 330 GSM black court cardstock. I love that. That is fantastic. It will have a matte linen finish with clean white edges. And it will be in the box that we already saw, which was magnetic, and it includes a themed guidebook. Here's a look at that, the back of the box. Front, card backs, and then here's the Gaucho's Arcana. Look at the back of it. So I don't see finger cutouts on that one, and okay, it is magnetic, thank goodness. It's no fun struggling with that. And then here are the backs, nice foiling on there. And what does it tell us about that? Here's the mini decks. So these are add-ons, and that's if they reach the $22,000 mark, then they will be available as add-ons. So here's the backs. Steamboat Arcana 1928 mini decks, tin cases are very limited. It says, we will order more tin cases at the $22,000 mark and have these available as add-ons for those who selected the mini deck without tin option. Cute little mini decks here. Little tins. And then we have some testimonials, and it looks like they provide some walkthrough videos. And it's going to tell you about shipping and fulfillment. So I'm going to hop to stretch goals. So stretch goals at $18,000, mini deck expansion deck available for backers. And at $22,000, we will order more tin cases for add-ons in the BackerKit survey. I think that might be all of them. Yes, that is all of them. And then they have a coming soon section, so we don't need to go over that. So that's a look. It's Steamboat Arcana 1928 Tarot with expansion pack. Ending on August 22nd is Chang'an's Illusion Tarot. And we have a video, so once again, let's check it out. I love these because you can see everything larger. And here we go. Oh, I want them to stop moving so I can take a closer look. Oh. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful artwork. Wow. And we have it in 2 languages. That's great. Okay, here's the Minor Arcana wand cards. Looks hand done to me. I don't even know if a computer was used. I'm not sure, but that's beautiful. So pentacles. Ooh. Wow. Okay. And this is funded, so this one will go as well. And a look at some of the artwork. We have a message from the author. And it looks like, so we have a collector's edition. There's a look at the box on that. And that one has red gilding on the sides. You can kind of see the backs of the cards on that edition. Actual shot display of card samples. So that's good, they're far along. They have card samples. And okay, is that the same box? I believe yes. So magnetic flip open. I like that inside design. That's nice. Yeah, collector's edition card box. That is the design concept for that. It will be standard tarot size. They will be on 310 GSM black core paper imported from Japan. And there will be 78 cards, and there are the card backs on the right there. And the card backs are auspicious deer bringing blessings. A little bit about the card stock. UV printing plus reverse UV on card surface, eco-friendly ink, air protective layer, stamped edge locking, 3-layer paper structure. So we already heard about that core, which I love the black core. 310 is a little on the thinner side, but the core should help with that. If you like a thicker card, that would probably be a little too thin for you. But if you like it thinner for easy shuffling, then that's great. Okay, and here is the Crimson Snow Fairy edging. I like the naming of that color, that's nice. And then here we have the portable edition. The box will be offsetting paper box. The size will be 58 by 97 millimeters. It will be on premium colorful butterfly playing card stock. And of course, 78 cards. And over on the lower right, we can see the card backs, and these are Serene Celestial Music as the card back design. I like those card back designs, that's nice. And here's a card face comparison, so you can compare the collector size to the portable. And all in, you could get both. And then here's a look at some of the cards. We did already see them. Ooh, beautiful, the Fool. Although here, they're not flashing and moving. Beautiful Empress. Wow. Look at the light on that, the way it's painted. Some rays of light there, very cool. Framing her. The Hanged Man, that's beautiful. I feel like that picks up the emotion of the feeling of being in that Hanged Man moment. Waiting, wondering, reflecting, thinking. Very beautiful. Here we have Temperance. Looks like he might be painting or, yeah, oh neat. And the moon, beautiful, beautiful moon. Really so beautiful. The world, very nice. Once again, that light. Some more of the cards, but smaller. So that was the wands. Here we have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, look at her. Wow. And the cups. Very nice. Ace of Cups. The swords suit. Three of Swords. Ooh, there's some red on that sword. Yeah, it is the Three of Swords. And here we have the Pentacles. Very nice. Inheritance of National Style. Okay, risks and challenges. So it looks like we have looked at everything, which is quite beautiful. So that's a look at Chang'an's Illusion Tarot. And now for a 45-second word from our sponsor, that's me. I'd love to help you gain insights, find clarity, and empower yourself to make choices aligned with your highest goals and aspirations. As a certified tarot reader, I offer personalized readings designed to provide powerful guidance, whether you're seeking answers to specific questions or a deeper understanding of your spiritual and life path. To book your tarot reading or purchase your birth chart, please visit my website at elowynlefay.com. If you prefer to connect via email, you can find my contact information in the description below. I'm excited to support you on your journey towards greater clarity and empowerment. Maybe you don't need a reading right now, but you still want to support the channel. You can do that through my Ko-Fi or PayPal, both are linked in the description. Every bit helps me keep creating these videos for you, and even just watching, liking, commenting, and sharing helps so much. Thank you for being here. Ending on August 23rd is Sacred Druid Rune and Celtic Tree Artisan Oracle deck, and there will be 50 cards in this deck. Let's check out the video. Very nice job with the photographing of this deck. You can see a linen finish on those cards. Nature photography in the background. Hand-done work in the foreground. Nice colors, darker, earthy colors with the white popping on top of that. Yeah, there you can see that linen texture. I love linen cardstock. Here we go. That's neat. What a great video job. And here's some of the illustrations that got overlaid on the photography. There it is, being hand done. Nice. I love seeing that. I love seeing the hand artwork. Great camera work. And a look at the box. Very nice box. Does look like that, like an old box, which I like, or an old book, I mean to say. Ooh, cool. Like it. Okay, so that's the video. So this deck has funded, so it will go as long as, you know, everything goes correctly. It's definitely met the funding. So we already have a project update. So it looks like there will be a stretch goal here. So if the campaign reaches 2,000, which it's close to, it's at 1650 with 9 days to go. Then every Sacred Druid Oracle deck will include a detailed Sacred Druid guidebook featuring over 100 plus pages of art, symbolism, and druidism. And then if they reach 3,000, a Celtic tree and moon calendar will be introduced in the Sacred Druid deck and book set. Now, the creator of this deck has also created other decks, among them being the Astro Herbal Oracle deck collection. So here you can see some more on YouTube, which is very helpful. And this deck features original photography paired with hand-illustrated artwork, sigils, and typography. Another look. It's great to have more videos to check this out. And a time lapse of it. So the deck will have 24 Elder Futhark runes, 20 Celtic trees with Ogham runes, and 6 additional Druid symbols. So definitely lots of videos for you to check out more. Now, the deck will be printed on 310 GSM stock with a linen texture finish, packaged in a custom matte tuck box designed in the style of a vintage book. Yeah, it did look like a vintage book. I like that. So here it mentions that this is an opportunity to provide their 7th completed deck. So I guess they have 6 other decks already out there. So certainly they are familiar with the process here. Stretch goals, a look at the guidebook. So this is a stretch goal here. That's a nice looking guidebook. I like the full page imagery on the left. That's nice. The font looks pretty cool. It fits the style. For sure. Another look at that guidebook. Elder tree. Oh, I'd love to read that entry. Beautiful. So that guidebook will be over 100 pages, and in it you will find rune wisdom, seasonal Celtic trees, and original artwork. And here's an image of the other stretch goal, which is if the campaign reaches 3,000, a 2026 Celtic tree and moon calendar will be included with every deck and guidebook. And this is a desktop calendar. Very nice. That would definitely be cool in a lot of different aesthetics in offices or wherever you put your desk. And then this is a deck that's coming soon as a follow-up deck, the Astro Logos Oracle deck. And here we have a bit about the artist so you can learn more. Oh, look at that. That's so cute. Miniature Shire. Oh, neat. Very cool. And there's the other decks and collections, it looks like. So that's a look at the Sacred Druid Rune and Celtic Tree Artisan Oracle deck. Ending on August 29th is Secret Garden, Renaissance Magic in Tarot, a classic tarot deck with original illustrations set in a secret garden of the Renaissance. That sounds intriguing to me. And this deck has more than fully funded, so it is going to go. And once again, we have a video, and I love to look at those, so let's take a look at this together. And the video does have music, but because of copyright reasons, I turn it down. So check out this cool artwork here. And it says that no AI was used, so just of note. Beautiful style. I like the black with the colors on top of it. Usually it's the other way around. A black cat waiting in your path. Page of Swords. 9 of Pentacles, and another one that I didn't see. Ooh, the Magician with the crystal ball as one of the tools. And a look at the process here. Seeing it filled in, oh, that's neat. Beautiful. Now, this creator also created Arcana Flow and Obscuro and Claro. So it looks like that is the box there. Beautiful box. I love this. This actually reminds me, I have a pair of vintage chairs, and the fabric on those chairs, it reminds me of this here with the black and the style of flowers that are on top, and I actually really love that fabric. The dark background wasn't just chosen for contrast. It allows light to emerge from the shadows and gives figures and flora an almost lifelike presence. This approach made it possible to render lines, textures, and expressions with the clarity found in the techniques of the old masters. The inspiration came from the idea of the garden as a space for thought. I loved that book, Secret Garden, growing up. It's great, one of my favorites. The deck. Okay, so the card size, these will be 2.75 by 4.72 inches, so basically a standard texture size. The cards will be printed on thick matte cardstock with a linen texture. It doesn't say the weight. And the box will be a magnetic box with a top flap. And there's that magician again. A look at the devil. Wow, what a cool style of artwork. 9 of Cups. And a look at the sketching here. That's great to see because the way it is so detailed, you know, it's hard to imagine how humans have mastered this, but they have. Beautiful to see. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Yeah, this is a cool style. So here's a look at the Major Arcana. Oh, I love it. I think this is pretty cool. The Wands. Beautiful card backs. Wow. Swords. Pentacles. Of course, the pentacles work very well with this style. Beautiful. The Cups. Wow. Items. Ooh, look at the altar cloth. So an altar cloth and companion art book. So the companion art book will be 8.27 by 11.7 inches. And the book serves as a complete visual and textual guide to the Secret Garden Tarot deck. It features all 78 cards in high resolution with full page illustrations that allow for detailed view of the artwork. You'll find in-depth interpretations of each card, both upright and reversed, along with carefully selected poetic quotes that echo the themes of the Arcana. And there's a look at the layout of that there. Beautiful layout. Nice full color picture on the left. Ooh, and a ritual tear-off. So daily tear-off calendar with 365 one-sided sheets for reflection and ritual. Each page includes a tarot card, moon phase, and space for notes. That's beautiful. Oh, and here we have, looks like a journal. Yeah, Secret Garden Tarot Journal. There's a look at the insides there. So that'll be 100 pages, 5.8 by 8.3 inches. The journal is designed specifically for daily practice with the Secret Garden Tarot deck or any other tarot deck. And each double page spread includes fields for the date, sun sign, moon phase, element, keywords, symbols, interpretation, and spread layout. And on the front of that, that is embroidery that you see. Wow. And then there's postcards. Flower goblet. What is this? So it says each goblet is handcrafted in ceramic by the creator of the project. No more than 100 pieces will be made, and each one is unique in color, texture, and petal shape. The goblet can be used as a decorative object, a ritual candle holder, or for serving drinks. It stands approximately 15 centimeters tall. And I would also suggest definitely great for an altar or an offering cup. They are very beautiful. And then we get into the reward tiers and all of that. So that's a look at Secret Garden Renaissance Magic in Tarot. Now, I got a late start this month on this month's indie decks, and you may have noticed that there's some decks I didn't cover because this video will actually come out after they've already ended. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this one even though it ends in September, because since it ends so early, it could be missed next month, and I definitely want to show you this one. Now, with that said, I already see some cool decks that I have in the queue for the September indie decks video. Now, hopefully I do get time to get to that video. We'll see. Things have been changing for me, so hopefully I have time for that one. So with that said, ending on September 2nd is the Spread Deck Finance Edition. Creative, intuitive tarot and oracle financial spreads using the 4th version of this unique deck. And we have a video. I'm going to play a little bit of it because I already started watching some of it, and this is where the creator is going to walk you through how to use this unique deck. So here we can see the box. We have a nice hard box, 2-piece with finger cutouts. Design elements on all sides of the box. There is the back, and there are 80 cards in this deck, as you can see here. And we open it up and have a nice message on the inside. Attract abundance with every shuffle. And there's the bottom of the deck, so printing on all parts of that box. I meant to say bottom of the box. Nice flexible cardstock. Moves very smoothly. As you can see, you can shuffle through and find what you're looking for very quickly. And this deck is quite unique because you're going to use it to create spreads. You can create the spreads intuitively by shuffling and pulling cards, maybe saying, what do I need to know about right now? And then picking your spread that way, or intentionally creating them. And I think this is wonderful because it prompts ideas about how to create a spread. When you see these different areas, these different questions, it makes it very easy to come up with a spread. And as you can see here, the cards overlay on the spread positions, so it doesn't take much more room on your desk or wherever you read to do this. And this is nice too because maybe you have a spread but you kind of forget what card was in what position. If you're doing a complicated spread, well, this is great because you will see it, it will be right on top. This is also lovely if you do a reading and you want to take a picture of it for yourself or somebody else. You'll remember the positions. And like I said, very helpful for complicated spreads. So you can see them doing a little bit of the process here. And I think I will stop here. Okay. And if you're interested, of course, please watch this video and Holly Nelson will talk you through every bit of this. And it's really nice and helpful to see this video. So this deck is close to its funding goal, but it has not reached it yet. It still has time to go. So if you're interested, let's give this one a push and get it funded. I think this is such a cool concept and I really love it. Very brilliant. So the creator, Holly Nelson, the Deviant Witch, also created the Spread Deck Lightwork Edition, the Spread Deck Shadowwork Edition, and the original Spread Deck. And there are some others that will be launching soon as well. Eventually there will be a Love edition of this. Now, I have in hand, Holly sent me the second edition of the spread deck, the original, and the shadow work edition of the spread deck. So I bring it to you. I'm going to make a video with these decks, and I can do a flip through, I can do a talk through about how to use the deck, but I can also do some spread work type of videos with this. So if there's something you're interested in specifically seeing with these decks, let me know in the comments, because I will be working with these decks in a future video, and if there's something you'd like to see, I would love to provide it for you, given that it's within my realm of knowledge. So let's go back to the campaign for the Finance Edition. This fourth deck in the Spread Deck series is all about exploring your relationship with money, abundance, and financial energy in your life. The Spread Deck is a unique tarot tool filled with intuitive prompts that help you create powerful custom spreads for deeper, more focused readings. So of note here, this campaign will be a quick fulfillment. Holly has a special arrangement with her printer to produce the Finance Edition. So right now, the decks are already ready, but the printer won't release them until the creator sends payment. So that, of course, would be funds from the Kickstarter campaign once they're released to the creator. And Holly's already arranged for air shipping, which means they'll arrive to Holly within 10 to 15 days after the printer receives payment. And as soon as they land, Holly will begin shipping orders out immediately. Now, since the decks are already printed and made, there's a limited number of them, and Holly is only offering 180 of them in this Kickstarter campaign. The spread decks are a unique series of decks where each card represents a specific spread position designed to be used alongside your tarot or oracle cards, just like following a spread from a book. The beauty of these decks is their intuitive nature. You can flip through and choose the prompts that resonate with you in the moment. And with just one deck, you can create millions of spread combinations, and even more when you incorporate other decks from the series. So this is so clever, and I love this idea. And really is great if you're hitting a block with what you want to read about. I like this. This kind of imbues you with some new ideas of things that you want to read on, and also allowing for other inspiration to come through with what you read about. And as we saw before, this edition is focused on finances and money. It is designed to help you gain insight into your financial situation, understanding where you stand, how to navigate challenges, and what steps to take next. It can also help you explore questions around career decisions, business ventures, or uncover which skills you already have or need to develop to land the job of your dreams. There are countless financial scenarios you can explore using this deck. And I think that's great, and definitely something these days that is a subject that is on people's minds and many can use some advice on. And if you're interested in any of Holly's other decks, she does have an Etsy shop where you can pick up one of the other spread decks in the series. Now, that would be the way to go if you want it quickly, because they will get shipped within 1 to 3 business days. If you want to wait, you can bundle them with this Kickstarter campaign for a full collection. So here we can see how the cards look. You can see that there's small print at the top with the question, and then larger in the center, the question again. So that's nice when you're shuffling to put it down to see it quickly, but when you're reading, you can still read at the top what the question or spread position is. So here we have some examples. One is current financial state, then my money mindset, and then first steps to take, and then future forecast. Now, the creator has designed it so that the front designs match up exactly. That way you can mix and match decks. Now, the backs of the different decks will be different, and that might be nice in case you shuffle them together and then decide you want to separate them again for particular readings. Then you don't have to look through and separate by just reading every single question. So I think that was a good choice. So there will be 80 spread cards in the deck. They will be a standard tarot size so that they lay easily under your cards. They will be a nice 350 GSM art paper. They will have matte UV varnishing, and they will come in the 2-piece hard box with anti-scratch lamination for durability. And they glide and shuffle like a dream, no sticky cards. And we could definitely see that with Holly flipping through the cards at the top. Here's some more cards. New sources of income, money-making skills, monthly earnings, investment opportunities. I love these prompts because you may not sit down and think of all of these different spread positions like has been done here. So here's an example of a spread. Current financial state, then practical steps, and then root cause of debt. That's interesting. And then we have biggest block. That's great. The most common method is to flip through the deck and intuitively choose the cards that speak to you. And like we talked about before, alternatively, you can shuffle the cards and pull from them at random to invite a little more guidance from the universe. Then, of course, you shuffle the deck and put your cards down, leaving the header words visible. And so this is nice. Holly provides an interpretation of the spread above just to give you an example of how it works. So very thorough here. And then, of course, we have some more cards that you can read here. Oh, and there is a companion book, it looks like. So companion book details. The companion book comes on a flash drive and contains 110 pages. It's designed as a printable journal, not a digital file for editing on devices like an iPad. This isn't a guidebook for interpreting cards. Instead, it's a dedicated space to record your tarot spreads. It includes templates for 3-card spreads, 10-card spreads, and larger custom spreads. There's also a section at the front to inventory your decks, which is not pictured here, along with pages to log your daily and weekly pulls. Those sections are for cards that you pull for daily or weekly reflections. There are spread cards that say My Daily Card and My Weekly Card in the Spread Deck Original, which you can find in the creator's Etsy shop or add to your pledge in this campaign. Now, they say unfortunately they are not offering a printed book with this Kickstarter campaign. Oh wow, they even have a card for tax return and starting a business, wealth, where to find help. This is great. It really covers the gamut and maybe has questions you want to quite think of, but once you see it, you realize, oh, that's perfect. I want to read about that. Okay, so very excited for this. I think this is just such a smart idea and very useful. So that's a look at the Spread Deck Finance Edition. As promised, I have something special for anyone dreaming of creating their own card deck. The Deck Creators Launchpad and community is the ultimate resource for bringing your deck vision to life. This program was founded by Anna Frolic, founder of Wonderland Publishing, and Heath Armstrong, co-founder of Rage Create. Together, they bring over 20 years of combined expertise in deck creation, publishing, and crowdfunding. You'll gain access to step-by-step courses, live coaching, expert calls, and a supportive network of like-minded creators. And I want to mention, I'm one of the people in the network. In it, Heath shares his proven Kickstarter strategies, which have raised over $240,000 for his decks, and Anna brings her publishing expertise to guide you through the process. Membership is application-based to ensure it's the right fit for you and your goals, and there is a fee to join. Learn more and apply at deckcreators.com. The link is in the description below. Before we wrap up our virtual shopping spree, I'd love to hear what's on your tarot wish list this month. If there's something exciting I didn't cover, or if you know of any upcoming releases, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I'm excited to hear about what you're looking forward to. And that wraps up our look at new tarot releases releases for this month. I hope you enjoyed this virtual shopping spree as much as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And for more, check out the video linked on your screen right now. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy deck shopping.